Hi, my name is Vicki Trevelyan. And when I was originally asked to speak for the Relay for Life, I had a different speech. But I've had to change it up a little bit, and hopefully it's relevant to you as well as relevant to my story. In a matter of weeks, the C word has affected all of us. That's COVID 19. That took away so many of the things that you were hoping to do and planning to do during the spring. Your spring mixers, your spring break, your celebrations with your family and your friends, exams. Well, that might be something that you're excited you don't have to do. But graduation, so many things were just taken away from you. And those things that are being taken away from you may have you struggling a little bit. You may feel a sense of fear, of grief, of frustration, of disbelief, and you may have been Googling to learn more about what COVID 19 was all about. What you're feeling, however, is very similar to what someone like me was feeling when diagnosed with cancer. In August 2019, I began to have some symptoms that caused concern for me. All the ladies out there understand what cramping may feel like. Why it was unusual for me was I was 53 at the time, and I thought I was done with all that cramping stuff. On top of the cramping, I also had other stomach issues going on. I was bloated. I was burping. I was gassy. And not that I hadn't had those things before, but I was having them all at the same time. So went to Dr. Google and Googled my symptoms, and it was enough concern for me to make an appointment with my doctor right away. I went to my female doctor and we did the test, regular exam and pap smear. The pap smear came back and normal, but there was something that caused concern, like endometrial lesions. Well, I didn't know what that was, but that seemed not something that I wanted to have. So I went forward and asked for more, and I had an ultrasound done. When they did the ultrasound, they found a mass on my left ovary and a mass on my right ovary. And the doctor ordered up a blood test. The blood test came back, and my CA-125, which is a cancer indicator, was highly elevated. So the doctor also wanted me to get a CT scan, and the CT scan came back, and that had not only masses on my left and my right ovaries, but in my fallopian tubes and in my uterus, and there looked to be nodules on the outside of my stomach. What that meant was that I had to have surgery right away. I had ovarian cancer, and they needed to go in and take out what they could see. So I had surgery, and that was between August 22nd and my surgery, September 10th. It moved very quickly. So when they opened me up, they found not only the masses where they thought they would find them, I also had a mass behind my bladder, and there were also nodules on my large intestine. So they took all of that out, and that was the things that they could see. The things they can't see is why they have chemotherapy. So I think of chemotherapy like Pac-Man, and it's waka, 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 waka. The chemotherapy is going and getting those cells that aren't visible to the doctor's eye. So I had 6 treatments. My last treatment was on April 14th, and I hope to be cancer-free or in remission. I had a few setbacks along the way, but once my CT scan comes back in May, I'm hoping that I'll be able to say I survived. And there still will be some maintenance drugs that I have to stay on for this particular cancer, but I have come so far. and I am blessed. I know that I can be your mom, but I could also be your sister. I could be your roommate. I could be your teammate. I could be your friend. Cancer does not show discrimination. And although my cancer is only a cancer that women can get, that's good news for you guys out there. But that's just one type of cancer. There's so many cancers. And today you're all here to fundraise for all cancers. Those that had been diagnosed, the doctors, their research, resources for patients and their families. That's what American Cancer Society does. They pay for those things, and the fundraising that you're doing is so important. And although this event is much different than what you originally planned, there's still a lot of cool, fun things scheduled. So have fun. Do all of the things. Celebrate. But when you're doing that, keep in mind your why, your reason for being a part of this. Thank you for making an impact on so many lives. Now go and kick cancer's ass.